Why is no one talking about this? Everyone is going to get wiped out. Walmart has bad news for all these customers, and the phrase proceed with caution has all these people on high alert of what is next to come out of the Walton-owned multi-billion-dollar business that has made the news a lot here more recently, with CEO Doug McMillon making good on threats to close down stores and raise prices for the already suffocating consumer just trying to make ends meet and keep their heads above water. And I have some very depressing results to share about the fate of millions of hardworking Americans who just got slapped in the face with a shocking disclosure of bad news and a sad outlook for their future and the major risks their finances and retirement and investment portfolios are facing right now and will likely continue to struggle to overcome in the near future. With many seniors who have worked 30 to 40 to even 50 plus years having to come to the realization and accept that they will need to continue to extend their working years, which is very frustrating to say the least. Charlie Munger, billionaire investor, businessman, and former real estate attorney. He is also vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, the conglomerate controlled by Warren Buffett, and having been described by Buffett himself as his closest partner and right-hand man.
You mentioned we're in a big bubble. Can you elaborate on that, and how is this likely to play out?
When you print money on the scale that modern nations are printing it, Japan, the United States, Europe, etc., we're getting into new territory in terms of size. There's never been anything quite like what we're doing now. And we do know from what's happened in other nations, if you try and print too much money, it eventually causes terrible trouble. And we're closer to terrible trouble than we've been in the past.
We can all stand to learn from the wisdom and teachings from this world-renowned investor. Everyone should brace and prepare. What is coming is worse than a recession. And Walmart posted disappointing revenues from the retail giant's 2022 Q4 earnings report. Walmart stock declines on disappointing 2023 profit outlook. A check-in on the health of the consumer reveals an ominous future and uncertain path now that Walmart is out with its latest earnings and the retail giant posted a disappointing profit outlook, signaling a rocky year ahead after a strong holiday quarter. WMT pre-market shares are lower than they have been in the past since this news has been reported. The major areas of weakness include toys, electronics, home, and apparel. These problematic and low sales, low revenue, and low profit centers could persist in the near term, depending upon where the consumer continues to place their priority and their purchase patterns right now. This will negatively impact Walmart's sales growth ability and simultaneously put added pressure on all their cash-strapped customers. Allow me to explain. The world's largest retailer issued a muted full-year profit forecast as it cautioned that customers will continue to spend conservatively in a slowing economy. A slowing economy instigated by the Fed Chair Jerome Powell and his slack-jawed monetary policy that will drag out and prolong this lingering economic pain for years to come. A Paul Volcker, Romy Rome is not. Walmart expects higher income customers to make up nearly half of its sales gains over the fourth quarter, which is a surprising change from the retailer's traditional lower income cohort. And this is as inflation skyrocketed and consumer spending waned. The company's chief financial officer, John David Rainey, said during the earnings call that as we sit here today, we find ourselves in a similar position to each of the last 3 years, where there is a great deal of uncertainty looking out over the balance of the year. And that given the persistence of high prices and the potential for further macro pressures, we're taking a cautious outlook for the year. So will this mean more store closures, more layoffs, and more job cuts and further elimination of workers and employees at fulfillment centers? Well, folks, let me know your thoughts and opinions and predictions in the comments. I look forward to reading what you all have to say about all this. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon said that it's dry grocery and consumables that we think are going to create the pressure that the customers are going to feel the most and have the impact as it relates to us on mix over the course of the year. This after discussing the price of eggs, which soared last year, and the national average price for a dozen large grade A eggs more than doubled in 2022 from $1.93 to $4.25. Quite a hit to the old pocketbook. A steep increase for the already cash-strapped family just trying to make ends meet, noting that the problem has gotten so bad that eggs were an eye-popping 200% inflated price in January, and people were trying to smuggle eggs into the United States from Mexico. Crazy. And to add even further financial stress, burden, and worry, 401k nest eggs plunged 20% last year in 2022, leaving many longtime workers questioning if retirement is a likely option for their futures in this declining economy and ahead of a looming recession. And at plans where asset giant Vanguard Group is a record keeper, the same Vanguard Group that owns a considerable percentage of the large national freight railway company Norfolk Southern, who's been in the news here recently, or more so, should I say, has been quietly in the news. Yeah, that would probably be a better way to describe it. After a potentially deadly train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, and the spill out and then burning of dangerous toxic chemicals like vinyl chloride, butyl acrylate, and isobutylene. Yes, World War I chemicals used in active warfare released into the air and atmosphere and burning clouds that have since been eerily covered up, misdocumented, and misrepresented, all the while potentially causing severe, life-threatening risks and harm to the overall air quality, waters and rivers and streams, killing off fish, animals, livestock, pets, causing breathing problems for residents, skin rashes and irritation, and the list goes on and on. And this is just what we know right now. Just imagine the long-term side effects that will reveal themselves in the coming months and years. But yes, the very same Vanguard Group saw an average 401k balance plunge 20% last year alone in 2022. And thus, the post-pandemic market downturn has taken its toll on retirement nest eggs, and those losses likely led many older Americans who'd been otherwise eyeing retirement to stay in the workforce instead of exiting when they had originally planned to retire, as it is just not an option on the table for many of them right now at this moment. And for these workers with the ability to extend their working years, as many don't have that luxury, as they have been laid off with the recent onslaught of mass terminations, firing sprees, and company cutting staff by tens and even hundreds of thousands of employees, staying in the workforce delivers the most direct benefit, which is a steady paycheck that meets your daily obligations while still providing you contribute to a 401k, Roth IRA, or similar retirement plan, keeping you invested in the market. Noting that delaying distributions from your plan not only keeps you buying shares, but it positions your portfolio to capitalize on a market rebound. And for the folks that are hanging around, they are most likely not yet tapping their Social Security benefits, and that's huge because the program rewards those who wait. While seniors are eligible to tap into their Social Security benefits at the age of 62, delaying will gain you increasingly more money per month. That is, assuming the funds remain available and the SSA doesn't become insolvent, as they are expected to face liquidity issues, and at a time when the current administration, under the direction of Mr. Biden, continues to spend recklessly and provide Social Security and welfare benefits to refugees from countries like Ukraine, and work to propose bills to Congress that would make cuts and reductions to Social Security benefits and redirect the funds elsewhere. And so delaying retirement may just be what all these people need to consider doing, and by doing so, it will likely keep you enrolled in your employer's health insurance plan and putting off the higher cost of healthcare often associated with aging, which makes good financial sense. Because according to the Fidelity Investments annual retiree healthcare cost estimate, an average 65-year-old couple in 2022 will need about $315,000 to cover healthcare costs in retirement, while long-term care looms as an additional and significant cost and burden for retirees on a fixed income. And at the end of the day, it all boils down to protection. Finding ways to protect yourself will be vital to your survival. And with the U.S. economy still in such a precarious position, even working 1 or 2 more years may not be enough to protect your nest egg. I mean, you could try to adjust your retirement accounts for better protection, but there's a lesser known alternative that could pay off big. A gold IRA is a type of individual retirement account that allows you to invest in gold and other precious metals in physical forms, such as coins instead of stocks, mutual funds, and other traditional investments. Now, it's a great alternative because unlike the US dollar, which has lost 98% of its purchasing power since 1971, gold's purchasing power remains more stable over time. Opting for a gold IRA gives you the opportunity to both diversify your portfolio and stabilize your finances. And if you want to open a gold IRA, there are many reputable services that'll let you roll over your 401k or IRA into this new account and do it very quickly. Check out the good folks at Genesis Gold Group by visiting their website, www.genesisgoldgroup.com, or just pick up the phone and give them a call. You can reach them at 1-800-200-GOLD. That's 1-800-200-4653. Secure your future with a gold IRA. Learn how to protect your wealth today. Get your free definitive gold guide from Genesis Gold Group. It takes less than 30 seconds to receive this valuable information that could be a game changer for your investments portfolio, investment diversification, and most importantly, your retirement. Thank you all for watching. This has been your financial and breaking news update. I'm Kevin, youtube.com at Kevin247, Kevin in all caps, and Kevin Prepper in search. Until next time, folks, you all take care, and I will see you real soon.